This might just be the most beautiful 335 I've ever seen. It's a 64 335 from the Gibson Custom Shop, finished in a gorgeous Brunswick red. So let's get it out the case and get started. Hello guys, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury drum machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Ben Keightley and today I have the pleasure of showing you a pretty cool custom colour 335 from the Gibson Custom Shop. This 335 has 64 specs, so it has that kind of poplar maple laminate body, has the block inlays, it has the shorter guard, and it has a bit of a different shape to the body to that 50s 335. But the main draw to this guitar is the gorgeous metallic sparkle finish, which they call Brunswick Red. This finish has been used a lot in the custom shop over Les Pauls, Explorers, Flying V's. All sorts of guitars have received this finish, and it's kind of their dark red metallic sparkle finish. It's a very kind of mature sparkle. It's not very gaudy. A lot of the sparkle finish guitars can be really in your face and really glaringly obvious. This has a very nice subtlety to it. In person, it looks like a really beautiful dark rich red and has that kind of oxblood type feel to it. So without further ado, let's get the guitar and let's run down the specs. So here we are, I've got the guitar in my hands now, so let's get over all the specs. So obviously it's a 335, so we have that semi-hollow construction. So we have a maple center block and obviously the wings are hollow. The main construction of this guitar is a maple poplar maple sandwich, and it's basically a laminate that's then made for the sides and back. It's built very similar to a Spanish guitar, obviously hence the name, electric Spanish guitar. But yeah, maple poplar maple on the body. On the neck we have a mahogany neck with the 64 profile, which is a little bit thinner than the 50s one. I personally own a 59 ebony Gibson 335, which I'll actually get down for this episode. This is my personal 59 ebony Murphy Lab Gibson 335, and the neck on this one is a lot more, well, it's a 59 profile, so it's a lot bigger, a lot more rounded in comparison to this 64. I'll put them side by side there and see if you can kind of tell the difference. But the 64 is a little bit slimmer, a little bit more modern feeling, whereas the 59 is a lot more rounded and thicker. Another difference between these two models is that you can see on the pick guards. So this 59 has what they call the long guard, where it actually extends past the bridge, whereas this one is cut off at the end of the pickup, which is a more modern kind of design. Other than that, we've got the same kind of specs on both these guitars. You actually have an ABR-1 bridge on this one, but with nylon saddles, whereas this one just has the standard kind of metal saddles. Definitely a finish you have to observe in person to observe its true beauty, but this finish goes all the way around the guitar, which I really like. So then we have a rosewood fingerboard with the small kind of block inlays, which are really cool. It's got that classic Eric Clapton spec for like a red 335. As we work our way to the headstock, blacked out headstock, no finish on there, but with crown inlay, Gibson logo, Cluson style vintage tuners. The serial number on this one is 131627. We have cream binding on this one, and as I mentioned previously, the nylon saddles on the ABR-1 bridge allow a little bit more of a warmer tone for this 335. 64, they'll bring in the nylon saddles. I've actually had an SG, Heavy Relic SG, that had the same kind of bridge on it. The nylon saddles give a little bit of a warmer tone just because it's a little bit of a softer material than metal. Stop tailpiece, and then the only other difference to like a regular 335 is that you have the reflector style knobs. So these are kind of ambered over, got the thumb bleeder, and then you have the reflector style on there. But yeah, this is a beautiful guitar. I really like when Gibson Custom Shop do custom colors on vintage looking guitars. I think this is custom enough to look stylish, but not too custom to look gaudy. I think it still keeps the main kind of vintage specs of a 335, but just takes it to that next level with that color. So let's plug it in and hear some tones. For today's demo I'm using my Kemper Profiler. So without further ado, let's hear this guitar in action. This was then the distortion tone. And that's only switching to the bridge pickup and bringing up a bit of the volume. I have the tone on 6 for this. So guys, what are my final thoughts on this beautiful 335? Let's talk about the aesthetics first. I really dig this kind of Brunswick red finish. I think it's subtle enough, but also has a little bit of an edge where it makes it different to just a regular 335, which is great to see. I'd have to say that it sounds incredible, and I think the neck size is pretty perfect for me. It's a little bit slimmer than my personal one, but it means it's a little bit easier to play lead on and more modern styles. It's a 335 at the end of the day. It's extremely resonant. It sounds incredible. It looks incredible. You can't really go wrong with 335 in my opinion. But thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoy our content and leave a like rating down below so we can get more views on these videos. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Squealing Pig Guitars. But until then, keep rocking guys. I'll see you soon.